Ministry of Magic corridor. Scorpius Harry. And you're sure it's in there? A guard walks past Scorpius Harry and Delphi. Hermione tried to affect performances. Yes, Minister, I definitely think this is a matter for the ministry to ponder at length. Yes, guard, with a nod. Minister. Delphi, Hermione, let's ponder it together. The guard walks on. They let out a sigh of relief. It was my uncle's idea to use the Veritaserum. We slipped it into a visiting minister official's drink. He told us that the time turner had been kept and even told us where. The office of the minister for magic herself. She indicates a door. Suddenly they hear a noise. Hermione from off. Harry, we should talk about it. Harry from up. There's nothing to talk about. Delphi, Hermione. Oh no. Albus, Ron, Hermione, and Dad. The panic is instant and infectious. Scorpius, Harry. Okay. Hiding places. No hiding places. Anyone know any invisibility charms? Delphi, Hermione. Do we go in her office? Albus, Ron. She will be coming to her office. Delphi, Hermione. There is nowhere else. She tries the door, she tries it again. Hermione from off. Stand back. Alohomora. His aim, his wand at the door. The door swings open. He grins delighted. Albus block her. It has to be you, Harry from off. What is there to say? Albus Ron. Me? Why? Delphi, Hermione. Well, it can't be either of us, can it? We are them. Hermione from off. What you said was obviously wrong, but there are more factors to at play here than Albus Ron. But I Harry, Hermione, I'm grateful for your concern has but there is no need. Hermione, Ron, Albus Ron. Surprise, Hermione, what are you doing here? Albus Ron. Does a man need an excuse to see his wife? Harry, I should go. Hermione. Harry, my point is whatever Draco says, the things you said to Albus, I don't think it will do any of us any good for you to dwell on it. Albus Ron. Oh, you are talking about how Harry said sometimes he wished he corrects himself. Albus weren't his son. Hermione, Ron, Albus Ron, better out than in. That's what I say, Hermione. He will know. We all say stuff we don't mean. He knows that. Albus Ron, but what if sometimes we say stuff do we mean? What then? Hermione, Ron, now is not the time, honestly. Albus Ron, of course it isn't. Bye bye, darling. Albus Ron watches her go. Hopefully, she will walk past her office and away, but of course she doesn't. He runs to block her before she enters through the door. He blocks her once and then blocks her again, swinging his hips to do so. Hermione, why are you blocking the entrance to my office? Albus Ron, I am not blocking anything. She again makes for the door. He blocks her again. Hermione, you are. Let me into my room, Ron. Albus Ron, she tries to get into the room one final time. He blocks her. It develops into a quiet struggle, maybe with a drink in the leaky cauldron. Love you. Hermione relenting. If there is anything stink palette in there, then Merlin won't help you. Fine, we are due to update the muggles anyway. She exits. Harry exits with her. Albus Ron turns towards the door. She re enters, this time alone. Albus Ron, it's why you married me, isn't it? My pukish sense of fun. She exits again. He starts to open the door, but again she re enters. He slams it closed. Hermione, I can taste fish. I told you to stay away from those fish finger sandwiches. Albus Ron, right you are. She exits. He checks she's gone, and then relief floods out of him as he opens the door. Ministry of Magic, Hermione's office. Scorpius, Harry, and Delphi, Hermione, are waiting on the other side of Hermione's office door as Albus Ron enters. He slumps, exhausted. Albus Ron, this is all too weird. Delphi, Hermione, you were impressive. Good blocking action. Scorpius, Harry, I don't know whether to high five you or frown at you for this about 500 times. Albus Ron, Ron's an affectionate guy. I was trying to distract her. Scorpius, I did distract her. Scorpius, Harry. And then there is what your dad said. Delphi, Hermione. Boys, she will be back. We don't have long. Albus Ron to Scorpius Harry. You heard that. Delphi, Hermione. Where would Hermione hide a time turner? She looks around the room and sees the bookcase. Search the bookcases. They start to search. Scorpius Harry looks at his friend, concerned. Scorpius Harry, why didn't you tell me? Albus Ron, my dad says he wishes I weren't his son. Hardly a conversation starter, it is. Scorpius Harry tries to work out what to say. Scorpius Harry, I know the Voldemort thing isn't true and you know, but sometimes I think I can see my dad thinking, how did I produce this? Scorpius Albus Ron, still better than my dad. I'm pretty sure he spends most of his time thinking, how can I give him back? Delphi Hermione tries to pull Scorpius Harry towards the bookcase. Delphi Hermione, maybe if we could concentrate on the matter at hand. Scorpius Harry, my point is, is a reason we are friends. Albus, a reason we found each other, and whatever this adventure is about. Then he spots a book on the shelf that makes him frown. Have you seen the books on these shelves? There are some serious books here. Banned books, cursed books. Albus Ron, how to distract Scorpius from difficult emotional issues, take him to a library. Scorpius Harry, all the books from the restricted section and then some magic mostly a while. 15th century finds. Sonnets of a sorcerer. There is not even allowed in Hogwarts. Albus Ron, Shadows and Spirits. The Nightshade Guide to Necromancy. Delphi Hermione. They are quite something, aren't they? Albus Ron, the true history of the opal fire, the imperious curse, and how to abuse it. Scorpius Harry. And look, here, wow, my eyes and how to see past them by Sybil Trelawney, a book on divination. Hermione Granger hates divination. This is fascinating. This is fine. He pulls the book from the shelf and it falls open and speaks. Book. The first is the fourth, a disappointing mark. You will find it in parked but not in park. Scorpius Harry. Okay, a book that talks. Bit weird. Book. The second is the less fair of those that walk on two legs. Grubby, hairy, a disease of the egg. And the third is both a mountain to climb and a route to take. Albus Ron, it's a riddle. It's giving us a riddle. Book, a turn in the city, a glide through a lake. Delphi Hermione. What have you done? Scorpius Harry. I opened a book, something which has, in all my years on this planet, never been a particularly dangerous activity. The books reach out and grab Albus. He only just eludes their grasp. Albus Ron, what is that? Delphi Hermione, she is weaponized it. She has weaponized her library. This is where the time turner will be. Solve the riddle and we will find it. Albus Ron. The first is fourth. You will find it in parked, not in park. At the book starts to try and swallow Delphi Hermione. Scorpius Harry. The second is a disease of the egg, the less fear of those who walk on two legs. Delphi Hermione effusively, mentors. We need to find a book on dementors. The bookcase pulls her in. Albus Ron. Delphi, what is going on? Scorpius Harry, concentrate. Albus, do what she said. Find a book on dementors and be very careful. Albus Ron, here, dominating dementors, a true history of Azkaban. The book flies open and swings dangerously at Scorpius Harry, who has to dodge out of the way. He falls hard again against a bookcase which attempts to consume him. Book. I was born in a cage, but smashed it with rage. The gaunt inside me riddled me free. Or what of that which would stop me to be? Albus Ron, Voldemort. Delphi plunges through the book back at herself. Delphi, work faster. She is pulled back in screaming. Albus Ron, Delphi. Delphi. He tries to grab her hand, but she's gone. Scorpius Harry. She would become herself again. Did you notice? Albus Ron. No, because I was more worried about her being eaten by a bookcase. Find something, anything on him. He finds a book, The Heirs of Slytherin. Do you think he pulls the book from the shelf? It pulls back. Albus Ron is consumed by the bookcase. Scorpius Harry. Albus. But Albus Ron is gone. Okay, not that. Voldemort. He scares the shells. Marvolo, the truth this must be. He pulls it open. Again, it swings away, revealing a splintering light and a deeper voice than previously heard. Book. I am the creature you have not seen. I am you. I am me, the echo unforeseen, sometimes in front, sometimes behind, a constant companion. Albus, no, just think. Albus is violently pulled back into the bookcase. Scorpius Harry, but I can't. An invisible echo. What is that? The only thing I'm good at is thinking, and when I need to think, I can't. The book pulls him inside them. He is powerless. This is terrifying. There is silence. Then bang, a shower of books are revealed from the bookcase, and Scorpius reemerges, smashing the books aside. Scorpius, you don't Sybil trivially. No, he looks around, sinks back, full energy. This is all wrong, Albus. Can you hear me? All this for a figging time turner? Think, Scorpius, think. Book tries and grab him, a constant companion, sometimes behind, sometimes in front. Hang on, I have missed it. Shadow, you are a shadow. Shadows and spirit, it must be. He climbs up the bookcase, which is horrifying as it rises up at him, grabbing at him, which is every step. He pulls the book from the shelf. It comes out, and the noise and chaos suddenly stop. Is that suddenly there is a smashing, and Albus and Delphi falls out of the shelves and down to the floor. We beat it. We beat the library. Albus, Delphi, are you? Delphi, wow, quite right. Albus notices the book Scorpius is holding to his chest. Albus, is that Scorpius? What's inside that book? Delphi, I think we should find out, don't you? Scorpius opens the book. In the center of it, a spinning time turner. Scorpius, we have found the time turner. I never thought we would get this far, Albus. Mate, now we got this. The next stop is saving Cedric. Our journey has only just begun. Scorpius, only just begun, and it's almost half killed us. Good. This is going to be good. Whisper rise to a roar, and we cut to